Hi. It's hot in here, but I want to tell you something. Apparently, in the Quran, there's a Hollywood movie mummy scene. I kid you not. And who knows, maybe it inspired Hollywood with Boris Karloff to make the Curse of the Mummy back in the early 1930s. Yeah, I saw it. There's only one scene where the mummy is walking around, all in bandages. That's the only thing I remember about. And then it has nothing to do with the mummy walking around. But anyway, I also remember the Johnny Quest thing. I came home from school and saw that. And they actually had Johnny Quest in the daytime back then in the 60s. And there was a Curse of the Mummy sort of thing in that too. Yeah, ton. Anyway, who knows? Maybe the Quran inspired all that because Muslims believe that Pharaoh, when he drowned in the sea, Allah preserved his body, and it has salt in it, and so they think, well, it was preserved in the sea. Of course, they don't realize that the Egyptians used salt to preserve the bodies of the dead. They didn't put them in the Red Sea and suck them with salt, but they believe that that's how the Pharaoh of the Bible, and in the time of Moses, or as the Muslims call it, Musa, they believe that's how Pharaoh was preserved, that Allah used salt from the sea to preserve him when he was dead. And apparently, since everyone was killed in the sea, all the Egyptians, as they tried to go to get the Israelis, apparently Pharaoh walked back mummy style, probably all wrapped up too. Allah probably said be, and he was all wrapped up like a mummy, and he walked back like the mummy in that Johnny Quest episode. Ton. But anyway, and I'll show you. I'll show you here. See, here's the This is supposed to be the guy that chased the Israelites into the ocean, and then he became when he didn't want to drown, so he became a Muslim. And I'll read it to you. This is what the Muslim said. The Muslim said this. All right, I'll read it back here back a bit. Yeah. Why is Pharaoh's body so preserved? While he died more than 3,000 years ago in this era of Prophet Moses. Papa. Okay, in Quran chapter 10, Yunus, verse 90 through 92, Allah says, quote, "Today we will preserve your," he added Pharaoh, "body so you can be a sign for the people who come after you. But most of the people of our signs are heedless." Egyptologists discovered Pharaoh's body in Egypt from Kings of Valley in 1975 from his tomb, Pharaoh Ramses II. Can't you imagine? In 2010, Pharaoh's body was sent to France for study under the famous scientist Dr. Maurice Bucaille. After researching for many hours, Dr. Maurice found salt in his body. See, that proves that he was in the ocean. He was so shocked that he converted into Islam. After knowing from Muslims this was already mentioned in Quran more than 1400 years back, he was so surprised about how Quran knows Pharaoh died in sea, where Bible don't even speak about Pharaoh's drowning in the sea nor its preservation. Yeah, well, guess what? There's no mention of Pharaoh drowning in the sea in in non-biblical documents either. How Quran know this? Because they preserved their bodies with salt back in the time of the Egyptian pharaohs and stuff. That meant that this guy was not preserved that way, but that he drowned in the sea, was preserved there, and then he walked back mummy style as a corpse, as a zombie back. He walked back. Okay, I'll continue here. How Quran know this? How Quran know it will be preserved, and someday in the future his body will show up, as his body is now preserved on the museum known as Royal Mummies of Egypt in the city called Cairo. Anyway, I'll read you Surah chapter 10, verse 90 through 92, and see if you think it's talking about Pharaoh being preserved and coming back a mummy style to Egypt. Okay, this is it. All right, here it is here. Yeah, and we, Allah always likes to call itself we and our and us, even though shirk. Even though thinking that Allah has a partner is the worst of sins in Islam. Okay, I'll continue here. And we delivered the children of Israel across the sea. Pharaoh and his troops pursued them defiantly and aggressively, until when he was about to drown, he said, I believe that there is no God except the one the children of Israel believe in, and I am of those who submit. In other words, Pharaoh not only drowned in the Red Sea, but he became a Muslim. And then Allah brings him back to life, or not really, but he preserves his body. And apparently, again, it walks mummy style, Hollywood movie mummy style, back to Egypt. Because no, everyone's dead here. So anyway, continue here. All right. Yeah. Okay, now, question mark, when you have rebelled before and been of the mischief makers, today we will preserve your body. This is Allah talking. Today we will preserve your body. See, preserve your body. So he was dead, yet preserved, and then he walks back mummy style. Yeah. Preserve your body so that you become a sign for those after you. A sign that salt preserves? I don't know, but we'll continue here. But most people are heedless of our signs. And the reason why we're heedless is because we haven't found the muddy spring that the Quran says the sun sets in. Nor have we discovered that sperm comes between the ribs and backbone instead of the testicles. Yeah, we haven't. So, and we also haven't discovered that human embryo comes out of a 40-day blood clot stage. I tell you what, you show us those Muslims, and we will heed those signs. But anyway, I'm thinking that this passage in the Quran might have inspired those Hollywood movie mummy monster films. Yeah, but